need ASMR to fall asleep. Every single night it's that way. These are perfect for you. They're perfect for side sleepers. They are so comfy all the way around. They're super ventilated so they don't feel hot on you. And they also have these great eye cuffs that lift the mask up off of your eyes so you don't feel that weird pressure, and they also don't crush your lashes, which is fantastic. They also make tons of other different kinds. They have some that are specifically for side sleepers. They have silk versions, all kinds of amazing stuff. If you are interested, just take a look at the link in my bio and use code HeatherHaven for 10% off at checkout. Thank you so much again to Manta Sleep. I'm truly obsessed with your products. Used it this afternoon. And with that, let's get you going on your doctor's appointment. Hello, welcome to the No Insurance Agency, where our doctors can solve absolutely anything that's ailing you. What seems to be the problem today? Okay, absolutely. We can fix that. Let me just get you checked in, okay? Name. What's your age? And with what gender do you most identify? Perfect. Are you on any medications currently? Okay. There's more? Okay. Perfect. When was the last time you saw the doctor? 5 years, okay. Perfect. Can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on? Okay. A cough. Can't stop sweating, okay. And a toothache, okay. Perfect. Anything else? You're depressed. Okay, noted. Aren't we all? Alright, let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and take your heart rate first. Okay, you can start by just breathing normally. Okay. Now can you just breathe in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, and now in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Okay, good. Your heart does appear to be working. That's a very good sign. So, since you are sweating rather profusely, the next thing I do want to do is take your temperature, okay? So I'll just put this in your mouth, if you wouldn't mind opening up. Good. Okay, we'll just leave that there for just a moment. Okay, and 102. That's really not what we want to be seeing right now. So I think I'm going to need to give you some medication right off the bat just to bring that fever down, if you wouldn't mind. These are just fever reducers. Don't worry about what they are. If you can just go ahead and take those. Okay. Good job. Swallow. Yeah, get them down. Are you choking? Okay, good. Do I need to put peanut butter on them next time?
Okay, perfect. Yes, I am a real doctor. Here's my badge. Ready? See? I know what I'm doing here, okay? Don't worry about it. I also have some cough medicine for that nasty, nasty hack that you have going on. Okay, so can you just open wide, please? Get it down there, girl. Good job. You're doing so beautifully, okay? So since your fever is so high, I am a little bit worried that you're going to be killing your brain cells. So if you wouldn't mind, I just want to do a quick cranial nerve exam, okay? Perfect. Can you tell me what color this is? Can you tell me what color this is? Can you tell me what color this is? Can you tell me what color? Can you tell me what color this is? Now, which of these is the pink marker? Good job. Which of these is the green marker? Good job. And which of these is the blue marker? Good job. I almost had you there. Which one is closer to you, the pink or the green? Good. How about now? Good. How about now? Good. How about now? Good. Now can you tell me when the marker enters your vision? Okay. Good. 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 And good. You're doing great so far. It seems like nothing to worry about. Now I have one more test for you for the cranial nerve section. If you wouldn't mind telling me if this is soft and fluffy or dull. Okay, I have this brush. It obviously has two ends to it. So just let me know which side I'm touching you with, okay? Close your eyes, please. You ready? Okay, great. Soft. Dull. Soft. Dull. 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 Soft. 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 Good. Soft. Good. Dull. Good. Dull. Good. Okay, now please close your eyes one more time. I'm going to draw an image on your face. Please tell me what I have drawn. Good. A house. Smiley face. A heart. Letter H. And one more. The letter G. Good job. Didn't think you'd get that one. Let's take your temperature one more time and see if we're moving in the right direction, okay? Open wide. $100. Good job. Look at you. Bringing that fever down. Only medication could have done that, okay, sweetie? Okay, now for the last thing. You said that your teeth were bothering you, right? Okay, can you just let me know? Just point to which ones hurt. All of them. Okay. Let me just grab my tool. Okay, I have my dental tools at the ready. Can you open your mouth wide, please? Okay, it's not looking good. I'm gonna take this little scary looking pick and just dig around in there, see what I can come up with, okay? Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to pull, let's grab my pliers. I'm gonna have to pull this one, and that one right there. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take my pliers here and I'm just gonna kind of just wiggle it and kind of rip at it until I can just, you see, like that. So then I'll just do that to the next one as well. See, oh, that one came out quite easily. Probably a dead one anyway. Just dropping them on the floor. We don't need those anyway. And pull. And then this is just a demonstration of how your mouth will look afterwards. I can do veneers. They will be $10,000 per tooth, but unfortunately this is medically necessary. So if you wouldn't mind, or even if you do mind, just open your mouth. I have a little bit of anesthesia. That's the word I'm looking for, that I can give to you. Normally I would have the anesthesiologist do this, but since this is the no insurance clinic, I will be doing it myself. Yes, I did go to medical school, okay? Don't worry about it. Please open your mouth. Oh, yeah, that one didn't feel good. Okay, only 5 more. You're doing so good. 2 more. What do you mean 3? Math was never really my strong suit. Okay. And good job. Okay, your mouth should be nice and numb now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my pliers. Please open wide once more and I'll get rid of all those pesky teeth. Okay. Did we say we were gonna do this one? Okay, might as well anyway. You know, while we're in here. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. So I have your teeth. You didn't want that one. I have your teeth right here. You can just take them, just hold your hand out. Okay, yeah. You can just take those home with you. Don't give them to the tooth fairy. I'm serious. She will do unspeakable things with your teeth. Okay? I'm serious. Put them on a necklace. I don't care. Just don't give them to the tooth fairy. Okay, thank God. Okay, also, after that anesthesia wears off, you're probably gonna want these. They might be expired. I'm not 100% sure. They were just in the back room when we opened the clinic in an unmarked bottle, but I'm sure that they will help. It's either Vicodin, aspirin, or Ludes. I don't really know, but it will make you feel better. So here you go. Okay, perfect. Man, I am just All over the place today, huh? But I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm gonna send you home with some toothpaste and a new toothbrush. You use this on your teeth. It's what keeps them from having to be pulled, okay? Perfect. So just take these with you. We'll worry about the depression next time. You have somebody to drive you home, right? No. Okay, well, you'll be fine. Just get there before those ludes kick in. Great. Okay. Well, we don't have a checkout person, so I'm just gonna pop this all in the computer, and you can be on your way. And, yeah. Anything else? Excellent. Okay, well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Don't call me. Okay. All right. See ya next time. Bye. Hi. Welcome into the urgent care. My name's Dr. Heather. How are you doing today? Yeah, okay. What seems to be the issue? You hit your head. Okay. Do you mind if I take a look really quickly? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it seems like you have a pretty nasty bruise going on up there. So before I refer you to, sending you to the emergency room or anything like that, I'd like to go ahead and just quickly do a cranial nerve exam just to see if there seems to be any damage of any kind, or if it's just a superficial bump on the head kind of thing. Would that be okay with you? Great, okay. So just a couple of quick questions to start out with. Can I get your full name and birth date? Great. So when did this head injury happen and how did it happen? Okay. Playing football. Oh, okay. Yeah, we see a lot of this, especially this time of year. So you ran into another player, is that what happened? Okay. Was this during practice or a game? Were they coming, straight at you? Okay. Okay. Is there anything that you've noticed, a bad headache? Has your vision been blurry at all? Have you had any problems hearing or kind of changes with sensation or anything like that? Just anything that you can think of, really. Okay. Okay, that's good to hear. So hopefully this will just go completely smoothly and then we can just get you some medication and we'll just get you home and treat you for a concussion if you have one. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and get my tools together and then we can get started. Great, okay. Okay, perfect. So right now all I want you to do is just look directly at my nose and I'm going to just look into your pupils with this light and see how they react, if they're reacting normally to the bright light, okay? So just look directly at my nose, don't look directly into the light. Okay, and now I'm just going to pass the light over your eyes and see how they react. Okay, great. So now next I would like you to just follow the light with your eyes. Don't try not to look directly into it, but just follow where it's heading, okay? Good, okay. Great. So the next thing I'd like to do is just test your peripheral vision. And if you could just follow this pen and tell me when it leaves your vision, okay? So just look straight at my nose. I'm sorry, don't follow the pen. Look straight at my nose. And I'm just going to move this pen and you tell me when you can't see it anymore. Okay, good. 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 Great. Perfect. And good. Okay, great job. So next thing, I'd just like to do a quick eye test. This isn't going to be too rigorous like you normally get at the eye doctor, but just to double check that you're still seeing letters correctly, okay? Can you read line 4 for me? Oh, good. P, good. E, good. D, good. Okay, what about line 6? E, D, F, C, C, P. Great. Okay, let's do one more. Can you read this last line for me? F, good. E, L, O, P, C, and D. Great job. Okay, perfect. So the last eye test that I just want to do quickly is just to follow my finger. This is another one to make sure that your pupils are reacting correctly so I can see whether or not you're able to focus on my finger as it gets closer to your face. So just stay completely still. Just follow my finger. Just look directly at the tip, okay? You're doing a great job. And perfect. You're doing a great job. Okay, now we'll move on. So now I'd like to move on to just doing a couple of hearing tests. So the first thing I'm going to do is just come close to you and whisper a series of words, and I'd just like you to repeat those back to me, okay? Are you ready? I'm just going to come close to you and whisper the word, okay? Perfect, okay. Shape. Shape, good. Royalty. Royalty, good, okay. Strategic. Strategic, excellent. Picnic. Picnic, great, okay. I'm gonna just get to do the same thing with a series of numbers, okay? Great, okay. 8. 8, good. 17. 17, good. 700. 700, okay. 34. 34, great. So I have one more quick hearing test. In this one, I'm just going to hum a note, and then immediately after, I'm going to hum a second note, and then you'll just tell me whether the second note was higher or lower than the first one, okay? Okay. Here comes the first note. Mm. Second note. Mm. Good. Okay. Let's do a couple more. Mm. Mm. Great. Okay. One more. Mm. Mm. Great. Okay. Perfect job. So the next sense that I'd like to cover quickly is the sense of smell. So I just have a little vial here, and I'm going to put it up to your nose, and all you'll do is tell me what you smell, and these should be fairly recognizable flavors, so we shouldn't have any issues. I'm not going to give you anything too exotic or crazy, okay? Great. So just stay right there. Okay, here comes the first one. Oranges, great. Okay. And the second. Peppermint, great. And the third one. Vanilla, excellent. One of my favorites. And just one more. Vinegar, right? I know that one's a little out of left field. I'm sorry to follow the sweet flavors with that. And now we're going to do a similar activity, but with your sense of taste. So if you would just stick out your tongue, and I have my little spray bottle here, and I'll just spray a flavor directly onto your tongue, and you'll tell me what it is. And once again, these should be pretty recognizable flavors, okay? Okay, so go ahead and stick out your tongue. Coffee, yeah, okay. Second one. Chocolate, perfect, okay. Okay, two more. Bubblegum, great job. And last one. Marshmallow, perfect. So now I'd like to just quickly test your sensation on your face. Make sure that everything seems normal there. So all I'm going to do first is just touch different parts of your face, and you can just let me know where you feel my touch, okay? Great. Good. 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 Great. Great. And good. Perfect. 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 And one last has to do with the sensation in your face. I just have my little regular old paintbrush here. And I have both the harder, pointier side and this brushier side. So I'm just gonna kind of go like this on your face, and you will tell me if you can feel either the hard or the softer, brushy side. I promise not to poke you too hard. Okay, so just close your eyes again. Good. 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 And great. So the very last thing I'd like to do is just test your facial control. You seem to have done relatively well during this exam, but just to make sure that you can do all of the faces expressions that you normally would. So if you would mind
Just raise your eyebrows. Okay, now furrow them. Perfect. Now can you stick out your tongue? Perfect. Can you smile? And frown. And can you make a shocked face? Good job. And can you blink 3 times? Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So with all of our testing, it seems like relatively everything is fine, which is great to hear after such a nasty bonk. So what I would recommend is just going home, taking aspirin, and having someone watch you for at least 24 hours. And they will need to wake you up every hour if you do fall asleep, just to make sure that things are okay. If you do experience any other symptoms, like, for example, if one pupil is larger than the other, if you're disoriented at all, if any of the things that we tested today seem to be bothering you, then please just don't hesitate. Go straight to the emergency room. But I would say that you will be fully recovered with just a couple of ice packs on that bruise, and you'll be good to go in just a few days. Great. So thank you so much for coming in today. I'm really glad that you did come in to get this checked out. But like I said, everything should be back to normal within a couple of days. And please do just go straight to the ER if you have any issues. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Alright, thanks. Take care. Mom, I swear everything is fine. I know. I'm going to pay back the med school loans. Don't worry, the investigation is nothing, okay? I promise. I know. Yes, my first week is going great other than that. Yeah. I mean, I have this one really weird patient who's coming back in today, and I cannot figure out what's wrong with them for the life of me, but, actually, I have gotta go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be home tonight. I'll bring my laundry. Okay, cool. Alright, love you so much. Bye. Boop. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh, I didn't see you there. How's it going? Okay, and you were here for a mole on your back. No. Okay, you wanted Ozempic? Your teeth. I knew that. I'm just messing with you. I promise. And that is why we always do a thorough intake, which we will do now. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, silly Billy. Name first and last. This is a lip liner. Let me grab my pen. Okay, no, oh my god, nothing to worry about. Date of birth. Time of birth and location if you have it. Oh my god, an Aquarius, get out of my office. Just kidding, don't worry about it. Okay, so that would make you age. What is the gender you most identify with? Amazing. Any medications you are on right now? Yeah, just the ones I gave you last time. Okay. Those were unknown. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually not allowed to give those out anymore. So if you have them with you, I would just go ahead and return the bottle to the receptionist at the end of this. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, and you are here for your teeth. Amazing. Let me grab my dental tools and we'll go ahead and just take a look-see at what's going on. I remember last time we had to remove a few. Hopefully that's not the case today because frankly it was disgusting. So, open up your mouth. I'll get everything ready. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna go in with my little mirror dude. So you can kind of see what's going on in there.
So if you would just. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. And on this side. Hmm. Hmm. Ugh. Okay. Mm. Yeah, I mean, I think we can definitely do something here. I mean, that's my job, right? No, seriously, I am licensed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Let me just get my model. So we have this model in the office that we use for kids. And it's just a way of showing them what's going to happen without scaring them. So, if I were just going to let you know what's going to happen with your teeth today, so I would take this model and I would just go, yeah. What we're going to do is we're actually going to start over because your mouth is just, oh my lord. Okay, so clean slate. Look at these nice healthy gums. That's what yours going to look like. You even got a tongue in there. So I'm just going to boop, dump those on out. Take some nice shiny plastic veneers, just like this one, and just pop them back in there, you know? I mean, at this point, we already got rid of like 4 of your teeth last time, so it should be quick. I mean, what have you got to lose? And then you're going to have that Hollywood smile that everybody's talking about. The pain, scale of 1 to 10, probably about a 15 for about 6 months every day. Then it'll lessen to a 10 for another 3, and then after that, you're home free. So, yeah, does that sound good? No, actually, my boss isn't here today. Perfect. Let's get started. Let's just, let's knock it right out. I'm not going to knock your teeth out, okay? I'm just going to take them out in a very professional way. Great. Okay, fantastic. Let me get my stuff. Alrighty, so first thing is first. Yeah, it's needle time. Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with needles. It's just the pills I'm not supposed to be handing out willy-nilly anymore. You know how it is. Open up those chompers. I'm just gonna right in there. Trust me, you're gonna want this. Okay. Alright, thank you so much. Just open wide. Yeah, it looked like it hurt. Okay, another one. And right there. Boop. Okay, and this looks like a good spot. One more. Ooh, you got a little woozy there. Are you coming back around? Perfect. Okay, do you want another one or you're good? Perfect. Okay, great. Now I have my little pliers. That's what they're called. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, open your mouth and I'm just gonna how about I just go as fast as I can, to be honest? Yeah, get it over with. Yeah, perfect. Okay. We'll start with the top ones. I feel like these front ones yeah, you don't really want those anyway. Okay. And how's that feel? Oh, you can't feel anything, sweet. Okay. Boop a doop, boop, 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 boop. And yeah, this is what I went to dental school for. God, that's satisfying. Okay. Okay. Alright, yeah, we're looking nice and gummy. Can you say oh mama? Yeah, that was funny.
Okay, anyway, so I'm actually not going to be giving those to you this time because I heard from my friend, the Tooth Fairy, that you did actually give them to her, and she's kind of a demon, so I just don't think that you can be trusted with them. So anyway, let me grab the veneers, and we'll just pop those bad boys on in there. Yeah, just gonna keep these in a bag in my desk. These are all the same size, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Okay. They're kind of slippery, so I don't like to hold them with the pliers. I'm just gonna shove them into the tooth holes. Okay. Alright. Stay still. Sorry to jerk your head back a little bit. It can be very forceful, but you want them to stay in there, you know? So you kind of got to give it a little shove. Almost dropped one. Oh, that would have been crazy. Okay. Alright. Add one more right here. Oh, unfortunately I've actually run out. So this spot right here, not gonna get one. Thankfully, you know, it's towards the back. I don't think anyone's even gonna notice, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. Yeah, oh my god, no problem. Oh, it's not just the meds that are making you say that. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh. I did catch a little bit on the lip right there. You are bleeding. Minimally. Which of these band-aids would you prefer? We've got 2 teddy bears. We've got a kitty cat with a hat. We've got one that says good luck every day. Frankly, you could use some luck. I've got some bears and cats and chocolate and ice cream and donuts. Or one that says strawberry bear. Why wouldn't they just say strawberry? I don't know. I don't make the rules. Strawberry. Right. Well, how do you get this open? Alright, I'm just gonna beautiful. Okay. Next thing, I just want to review with you. I think we may have done this last time. How to brush your teeth. So you're gonna want to get a super soft bristle brush, because if you use anything more, they're just gonna come flying out all over the place. You're gonna use that for about 9 months until they've healed. Hopefully. Okay, so this is toothpaste. Can you say toothpaste? Oh no, okay, never mind, don't say it. Blood's just gushing out of your mouth. Okay. And you use this on your teeth, okay? And this is a toothbrush, so you can find the soft bristle kind
at a CVS, wherever it is, and you take the toothpaste, you see, and you just right onto the toothbrush, and you put it in your mouth, and you brush it all around. You know, probably give it longer than you even think that you should be doing it for. Yeah. And then after that, you brush your tongue off. Okay, so you don't have breath like that. And then you go on your merry way about your day. If you brush your teeth in the morning, you get to keep your friends. And if you brush your teeth at night, you get to keep your teeth. That's just a lesson from me to you. You're welcome. Yeah, so unfortunately, as I said, I am not authorized to give out pain medication anymore. Or take it, I don't know. But I'm sure that you can source some on your own. You're gonna really want to do that. You're gonna really want to do that. Because about 20 minutes after you leave this office, you're gonna be on the ground. Yep. Anyway, if I'm still working here, you can make an appointment with me in about a month and we can check in on those chompers. If not, I'm sure the receptionist will give you to someone else. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. Hope you feel better. Sweet. Alright, well, thanks for the trust. And, maybe I'll see you soon. Cool. Alright, thanks. Have a good one. Good morning. How are you doing today? Great. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm Dr. Heather. It's so nice to meet you. So I see that you are in today for a sports physical. You must be headed back to school soon. That's really exciting. So what sport do you play? Great. No, I was never super athletic at school, but I always admired everybody who got really into their sports. I thought that was so cool. Well, today should be a pretty straightforward sports physical. We'll do a couple different things just to check that you are all good and healthy to play this season. And then, barring anything unforeseen, at the end I'll give you a form to take to your coach and let them know that you are ready to play. How's that sound? Great. So I'd love to start by just getting some basic information from you. I know a lot of this is already in our system, but we just like to make sure that things are up to date, okay? Great. Would you mind spelling your full first and last name for me? Perfect. And can you confirm your date of birth? Wonderful. And what grade are you entering into this year? And what's the name of your school? And I see here that we have your mother listed as your emergency contact. Is that still correct? Perfect. And she is at the number ending in 1105, correct? Wonderful. Perfect. Now I'd just like to ask you a few questions about your general health, just to see if there's anything that immediately stands out that we should address, okay? Great. So, are you currently taking any kind of medication, whether it's prescription, or over the counter, maybe something prescribed to you by another doctor? Okay. Have you ever passed out or felt uncomfortable or pain in your chest during exercise or in, the hours after exercise? Do you know of anyone in your immediate family that has a serious heart problem? And that would include your grandparents, aunts and uncles, parents, brothers and sisters. Okay. Do you know of any other
serious illnesses in your immediate family, or have there been any recent deaths? Great. Have you ever had a broken bone, a ligament injury, muscle strain, anything that kept you from playing your sport, maybe last season or in previous years? Have you ever suffered a head injury or a concussion, anything like that? Have you ever had a seizure? And do you wear glasses or contacts? And finally, have you ever taken any kind of supplements to help you gain or lose weight for your sport, or gain muscle, anything along those lines? Great, okay, perfect. We have to ask that last one. Wonderful. And lastly, I'd like to just confirm with you, is it okay if I touch you during our exam? If you ever feel any pain, uncomfortability, anything of that sort, feel free to let me know. We can stop, we can move on to something else, anything. Great. So the first thing I'd like to do is just quickly measure your height. This should be super fast. If you'll just back up against the wall, I'll just lean towards you. Perfect. So it looks like you've grown about 1.5 inches. So that's right on track. It's exactly what we like to see. Just make a note of that. And then, would you like me to record your weight as well while we are here? It's completely optional, but I always like to ask. No pressure either way if you would prefer not to today. Not today. No worries at all. Great, we'll move on. So, of course, I've already washed my hands for this exam, but I'm going to go ahead and just put on gloves just for an extra layer of protection. Wonderful. So, in this part of the exam, I'm going to be taking your blood pressure and checking your heart rate as well as your heart and lungs. If you wouldn't mind just rolling up your sleeve and sticking out your arm so I can quickly measure your pulse. Awesome. Thank you. Pulse looks perfectly normal. Now, if you would just roll your sleeves up as high as you can so that I can go ahead and take your blood pressure. Perfect. And I'll just go ahead and wrap this around your arm. Great. Perfect. Wonderful. 110/70. Looking perfectly healthy there as well. Great. Now, if you wouldn't mind just sliding towards the edge of the bed, I'm going to go ahead and take a listen to your heart and your lungs, just to listen for any kind of murmurs, any trouble breathing, anything like that. Okay? Great. So, if you could just breathe normally for me. And then if you could take in a big deep breath, as much as you can take. And let it out. And one more.
is just quickly check your reflexes and then examine a couple of spots on your body just to ensure there's no pain or discomfort. Okay, does that sound good? Great. So if you could kind of move back towards the edge of the bed and just let your legs sort of dangle from the knee, that would be perfect. Wonderful. So I have my little hammer here. I'm just gonna quickly tap on your knee. Shouldn't hurt at all. Perfect. And one more. Perfect. And then if you would hold your arms out for me as well, I'd like to just check your elbows. Great. And great. Wonderful. Everything looks wonderful. Do you mind if I quickly just press on a couple of areas of your stomach and then as well your neck to ensure that there's no kind of spinal pain, no injuries, and that everything looks good in your core? Perfect. So you just kind of sit there and just breathe normally. Just 1 second. How does it feel when I press on this area? Okay. What about right there? Great, okay. And let me just check your neck as well. Make sure there's no pain. Okay. Your glands feel good. And just your jaw. Can you just press down with your lower jaw into my hand? Great, perfect. Everything looks good. Great. So we are getting towards the end of our time together. As you mentioned that you do wear contacts, I would like to just quickly give you a super simple vision test. It's not going to be as thorough as what you'd get at a normal eye doctor, but just to make sure that your prescription seems up to date, okay? Can you read this line right above the green? Wonderful. And how about this right below the red? Great. And then what's the smallest line that you feel like you can comfortably read? Perfect. So the last thing I always like to do during these physicals is just check in with how you've been feeling mentally, emotionally, all of that. So how have you been feeling lately? Have you felt more sad or anxious or angry than normal? Good. And how has your sleep been as well as your eating habits? Great. And do you feel like you have a good support system around you between your family, your school, and your friends? Wonderful. And is there anything else that we didn't cover either in this section or any other that you'd like to chat about today? Great. Well, it's wonderful to see that things seem to be going well. If that ever changes, please feel free to just give my office a call and we can work on setting up a plan together to kind of get things back on track. I know that high school is a very difficult time without even adding on all of the athletics and extra things that you do, so just like to keep an eye on that over time. Great. So we are all done for today. All that you need to do now is take this form to your coach that I filled out, and it'll let them know that you are all good to go to play this season. And then you can just check out at the front desk and they will help you set up another physical for after your next birthday. Great. Well, it was a pleasure seeing you today. Thank you so much for coming in, and I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Great. Bye. Hi. So I heard that you just took quite a tumble. Yeah, you were down while skiing. That can be so dangerous. I feel like people don't really realize it because it's such a popular sport. But thank God that you were wearing a helmet, and very glad that they were able to bring you straight to me, so we can do just a quick exam and check you out just overall, and then assess you for any head injuries. Like I said, thankfully you were wearing a helmet, so that's good. Don't expect to see anything too major, but we do like to just be very thorough, as sometimes these things can kind of hide from us. But overall, how are you feeling? I know this just happened, so you might be in a little bit of shock. Good, okay, so overall, feeling okay? Good, okay, that's good to hear. Just to quickly check, I know they probably did this in the field, but just to double check, do you know your name? Okay, and do you know where you are? Aspen Snowmass, exactly. And do you know what year it is? Perfect. And who the president is? Perfect. Okay, great. That's a great sign. So I definitely want to do a pretty thorough exam for any kind of head injury that we might be seeing. I know I heard that you did kind of a rolling tumble down the hill. Was that your first time on that slope? Graduating from the bunny slope. It's so much fun out there, but if you're not ready for it, it can be a lot. So I'm just going to start by doing a quick visual exam of you, just to look for bleeding, broken bones, anything along those lines, okay? Okay, so just checking the body for any external bleeding in the arms. Okay. I'm not seeing anything that looks obviously broken. I'm not seeing blood anywhere. Check your legs. Okay. Visually, things look good, except for a few bruises, which is to be expected. Are you feeling any pain anywhere? It looks like you're holding your wrist a little bit. Just in the wrist? Okay, let me see that. Can you bend your fingers for me? Okay, and can you move your wrist back and forth, side to side, and then a little bit of, okay, it hurts when you do that. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem to be broken, which is a great thing. I think we're probably looking at a minor sprain, so I will make sure to get that wrapped up for you. And I would just suggest I'll write you just a prescription for an aspirin regimen for a couple of days. Other than that, I would suggest icing it when you get back to your room. But I will wrap that up for you just to kind of keep it a little more stable and prevent some more of that pain or any further damage, okay? So we'll get that taken care of before you leave. Okay, perfect. Do you feel any pain anywhere else? Okay, great. Just a little bruised up. Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I expected. So next, I'm just going to go ahead and check your vital signs, and check for any signs of internal bleeding. Once again, don't worry. I don't expect to find anything major, but this is definitely just a precaution, okay? Perfect. So I have my stopwatch right here. If you wouldn't mind just holding out your wrist for me so I can just check your pulse, okay? Okay, perfect. Thank you. so your pulse looks good. We're hovering at about 70 beats per minute, which is perfectly normal. It seems to have come back down. I'm sure it was racing a little bit right after the accident, but things look good now. So next I'm going to go ahead and check your heart for any signs of a regular beat that might have, come from the shock of the accident or anything like that, and check your blood pressure as well. So if you'll just give me one moment, I'll go ahead and grab those tools. Perfect, okay. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind just lifting your top up for me. And take a big deep breath in for me, okay? And let it out. Okay, and one more. And let it out. And one more. Let it out. One more. You're doing great. Okay, and now just breathe normally for a moment. Okay. So everything sounds good there. So next I'm just going to take your blood pressure. Would you mind just removing your ski jacket and rolling up your sleeves for me? Perfect. I know you're all bundled up against the cold. Okay, I'll just give you a second. No rush. Perfect, okay. So just hold your arm out, and I'm just going to go ahead and take this, wrap it around. Okay. And then I have this little thing that shows me what your blood pressure is as I squeeze this ball, okay? So just breathe normally for me, okay? Okay, perfect. Things are looking perfectly normal there too, okay? And you can leave your top normal for this part. I'm just going to gently press on a couple different places in your abdomen and then in the sides of your neck, just looking for any pain that we might have missed, any signs of internal damage or bleeding, okay? So I'm going to start with your abdomen and then I'll move up to your neck, okay? So I think my hands are warm, so this shouldn't be too much of a shock. Do you feel any pain when I press right here? No? Okay, that's perfect. Okay, and what about here? No? Okay, good. And then let me just press on the sides of your neck. Let me know if it's too much. Any pain in this area right here? No? Okay, great. And then towards the back of the neck. Any pain? Nothing? Okay, great. Okay, I think we're looking in fairly good shape. Okay, so I would say that overall, things are looking great, looking like we're in good shape. The next thing I want to do is just the same as I did with the body. Check your head, your scalp, and your face for any visual signs of bleeding, any abnormalities, anything that might need further investigation, as well as do a little bit of a shortened version of a cranial nerve exam that you would get at a neurologist office, just to make sure. We'll check all of the senses, and we'll check your facial muscles just to make sure that nothing was damaged during the fall. And after that, you should be good to go. Okay, perfect. So just hold still. I'll just... No pain in your jaw, anything like that. Okay, great. Your face looks normal. Your nose feels okay. Okay, and then check the top of your head. Things look good. I'm just seeing kind of a small bump right here towards this area of your head. It appears to be surface level, so I'm not too worried about it. Same as the wrist, I would definitely just suggest maybe throwing some ice on that when you get back to the room. Kind of put it on and off for a couple of hours and it should go down. I'm not too worried, but as I said, I would like to do just a short cranial nerve exam just to make sure that nothing's hiding in there. So we'll go ahead and get started on that if that's okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. So first, I'd just like to make sure that your pupils are reacting normally. This can kind of let us know if there might be a concussion or something like that. So if you would just look at the tip of my nose, I'm going to take this light, it's not too bright, and just pass it over your eyes, okay? Your pupils do seem to be reacting normally, which is a great sign. If you could just keep your eye on this finger as I move them back and forth. And then look straight at my nose and tell me when you can no longer see my fingers, okay? Okay. Same thing. Okay. And okay, perfect. Perfect. So next I have a couple of different smelling bottles. So what I'll do is I'll just hold each one under your nose for a second, give you a moment to take a big deep breath in, and then have you just tell me what you're smelling, okay? Perfect. And these should all be very common, well-known smells, so no tricks, I promise. Okay, so here's the first one. Just take a big deep breath in. Coffee. Okay, great. And the second. Sugar cookies. Good. Christmas trees. Not to theme my exams for this time of year or anything. And last one. Peppermint, perfect. Okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do is just touch a couple different places on your face while your eyes are closed. And if you could just tell me where you feel my fingers, okay? Perfect, okay. So close your eyes. Mm-hmm. 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 Perfect. That one was a little bit of a trick. And last one. Perfect. You're doing amazing. Next I have just a normal brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm either going to touch you with the soft side or the harder pokey side. And just tell me what you're feeling, okay? So close your eyes one more time. Great. Perfect. Perfect. Mm-hmm. 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 And perfect. Great job. So the last test that I want to quickly do with you is a little bit of a silly one. It's just to test the muscles in your face. And obviously, as we've been talking over the last little while, I have noticed it seems like things are good, but we do just want to make sure. So I'm just going to pull a few faces, and if you wouldn't mind just mirroring them back to me, that would be great. And then if that all goes well, which I'm sure it will, we will wrap up your wrist and get you out of here, okay? Perfect, okay. So we're going to start with just a soft smile and a big one and a pouty face and look surprised and angry. And can you close one eye and the other? Can you raise your eyebrows and lower them? Perfect. Okay. Looks like everything is looking good. So let me just grab my gauze and we'll go ahead and get your wrist wrapped up. Okay. So I see that you do have a little bit of a scrape on the wrist area. You probably landed on it fairly hard. So I just have a quick antibacterial wipe that we're going to go ahead and use on the area before I wrap it. And of course, you just saw me wash my hands and use hand sanitizer. So if you just hold it out for me. Does that hurt? Okay, good. Perfect. Okay. Looks like we got the little bit of dirt out of there that was in there. And next I have my gauze. So I'll just go ahead and wrap your hand up. Okay, great. And we'll just use a little bit of medical tape to that feel secure? Okay, perfect. So, overall, I would say that you are very lucky. You don't seem to have any major injuries, no broken bones, very minimal head trauma, mostly just a mildly sprained wrist. So I would say stay off the slopes for the rest of the day. Give that lump on your head a little bit of time to go down and your wrist a bit of time to feel better. I'm going to send you home with an ice pack. All you need to do here is shake the bag, and then there's kind of an inner pouch on the inside. You can squeeze it or have someone squeeze it for you since your wrist is injured, and you'll feel it break, and then it'll get cold for you pretty quickly. So I would say just keep that on for maybe 20 minutes. Take it off for 20 minutes. Just kind of keep going back and forth like that. And just take some over-the-counter pain medication for it. Just as often as you need it, just follow the instructions on the back of the bottle. And other than that, I would say don't try that particular slope again. But you should be able to be back on the slopes maybe tomorrow afternoon, just depending on how you're feeling. Just come back and see me if anything else crops up. Obviously, go straight to the emergency room if you feeling dizzy or confused, faint, if you have sudden bad headaches or neck pain, anything like that. Just go straight to the emergency room, call 911, do not pass go, and yeah, you should be good. And I really hope that you enjoy the rest of your vacation. Absolutely, I'm so glad that I could help. I hope you feel better. Just give me a call if you need anything else. Thank you. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Hi there, sweetie. Hi, welcome in. Oh my goodness. Are you okay? No, I'm so sorry. I know Mrs. Miller said that you had quite a spill off of the slide. Oh my gosh, all the way from the top. I'm so sorry to hear that. I know that probably really hurt. Yeah. Are you a little bit freaked out too? Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay to cry. Don't worry. But lucky for us, fixing up things just like this is exactly what I'm here to do. So, I just want to check really quickly and make sure that you didn't bump your head on the way down. Make sure nothing too crazy is going on. You look like you are alert, answering all my questions just fine. Your eyes look perfectly normal. I'm not expecting to find anything, but we just want to make sure that you are A-okay before we get you back on the playground. How does that sound? And then after I do that really quick, we will get your knees patched up. I know this must be hurting. Big scrapes. Yeah. Did Mrs. Miller call your mom to let her know what happened? Good. Okay. Did she say if she was gonna come pick you up, or do you think you feel okay to stay the rest of the day, just depending on, if I can give you a clean bill of health? You want to get back to the playground? I thought so. Okay. Well, I'll make this as quick as I can, so we can get you back before recess is over. So just hang out for a second, and we'll get started. So we're going to run through a couple of different tests, and don't worry, you can't fail these tests. It's not like, doing addition, subtraction, anything like that, or a spelling test. I just want to make sure that you are healthy as can be. So all I need you to do right now is, do you see this pen?
Good. Okay. So first things first, I want you to just look at my nose and ignore the pen, okay? Just don't let the pen distract you. Good, 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 good. Okay. And now I would like you to just follow the pen with your eyes, okay? Okay. And now I want you to look straight back at my nose and let me know when you can't see the pen anymore, okay? Now just keep looking at my nose, don't look at the pen. So when you can't see it anymore, just say no, okay? Perfect. One more time. Perfect. And this way. Good. And this way. Good, 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 good. You're doing great. Okay, so the second part of this test, I'll just be using this little paintbrush that I have, just like the ones from art class, and it has a soft, bristly side, just like that, and a hard, pointy side. So I want you to just close your eyes for me, and I'm going to either tickle your face with that soft side or poke it with this pointy side, okay? No, I promise I won't poke you too hard. So just keep your eyes closed and tell me soft or pointy, okay? Great. Okay, ready? Here it comes. Great job. And again. Good, 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 good. And again. Good. One more. Good. And the last one. Good, 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 good. Great job. Now the last quick test. I have a couple of little bottles here. And they just smell like different flavors. Like one might smell like sugar cookies. One might smell like Play-Doh. And so you're just gonna tell me when I put them up under your nose what you smell, okay? Great, okay. Here comes the first. Peppermint, great job. Okay. Here comes the next. Chocolate, good job. And last one. That one might be a little tough. Coffee, good job. Your parents must drink a lot of it. You get your mom coffee every morning. I love that. I wish you would come to my house. Okay. Everything looks great. I am not worried that you bumped your head. Even though you might feel a little banged up, I don't think there's anything to worry about. You'll be just perfectly fine in a couple of days. So all we're going to do now is just fix up those scrapes really quick, and I'll have you on your way back to playing tag, okay? Yay, okay, awesome. Well, first things first, I've already washed my hands, but I just have a little cleansing wipe here for extra protection.
So now my hands are clean, and I'm going to open one more. That one went a little easier. And I'm just going to use this one to dab some of those little rocks and pieces of dirt out of the little cuts, okay? Yeah. I know it might sting a tiny bit, I'm sorry. But just hold still, okay? Great job. And now just the other. Good job. You're doing so great. Okay. Next thing. I have this antibacterial ointment. And that's just going to help and make sure that all of the little germies aren't able to get into your cuts, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to apply this to those cuts again. I'm sorry once again if it stings a little. Perfect. And one more. Good job. You're being so brave. Okay. Now the last step is to just get these bandages onto you. Got a big one here. I think this one should be able to cover both. Let's see. Okay. And perfect. All covered. How does that feel now? A little stingy. That's okay. It's going to go away in just a few minutes. And other than that, you are all good to go back to the classroom. Hopefully there's still a recess. And I'll let Mrs. Miller know to give you a little bit of extra snack to help you heal, okay? Yay! I'm so glad you're feeling better. Why don't you head back to class and let me know if you need anything else. Okay, bye. Hello there. Welcome to the sleep clinic. How are you doing tonight? Good. Are you checking in for the evening? Fantastic. Could I just grab your first and last name and date of birth? Okay. Perfect. I see you in my system right here. It looks like your GP referred you to us to do an overnight sleep study. Perfect. Could you tell me just a little bit more about some of the issues that you've been facing? Has it been more trouble falling asleep, trouble staying asleep, getting up in the night a lot of times, or, waking up really, really early and not being able to go back to sleep?
no, I think that's definitely something that we can address. So essentially, I'll go into a little bit more detail later, but we're just going to monitor you throughout the night, and the goal of the sleep study is to better understand the issues that you're facing, so that we can partner with your general physician in coming up with a treatment plan that's going to work for you and help you just get a better night's sleep on a more regular basis, because nobody deserves to be dealing with this. Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you will take a seat, the first thing we're going to do is a little bit of a physical exam. It's not going to be as extensive as you probably had at your GP's recently, but we will look at your heart rate, your blood pressure, just get some vitals, and look into your eyes, that kind of thing. And we'll do those again in the morning after you hopefully have a very restful night's sleep, just so we can understand a little bit about how the way you're sleeping is affecting your body overall. Okay, does that sound good? Okay, perfect. Well, just sit right there. I'm going to go ahead and gather my instruments, sanitize my hands, and put on some gloves, and then we'll get started. Great, okay. So the first thing, just for your safety, is just putting on a bit of hand sanitizer. I did wash my hands just a few minutes ago, but we like to be very sure. Hand sanitizer also smells very nice. Unexpected bonus. Okay, and then I'll just get a pair of fresh gloves and put those on. Are you nice and comfortable? Perfect. Okay. Well, you just sit back and relax while I get started on this exam, okay? So I'm sure that your GP did this recently, but the first thing we'll be doing is just taking your blood pressure very quickly. So if you wouldn't mind just extending your left arm. Thank you. And I have my little monitor here, so I'll just be squeezing this and checking out what it reads. Okay, so just breathe normally. Okay, wonderful. Your blood pressure looks perfectly normal. So the next thing I'll be doing is just taking a quick listen to your heart and lungs, okay? So if you wouldn't mind just lifting lifting your top up for me? Perfect. Okay. So first I'm going to listen to your heart. So just breathe normally for me. Okay, all sounds good there. And now going to listen to your lungs. Just make sure that they're filling normally, working perfectly. So start by just breathing normally, okay? Okay, and same thing on the other side. Okay, and now if you wouldn't mind just breathing really deeply, just holding it for a second and then releasing, okay? Perfect. Good. Okay. And then just the same thing on the other side, okay? Beautiful. Okay. Well, all sounds perfect there. Heart sounds strong, sounds like it's beating normally. Your lungs feel like they're filling up completely with air, is that right? Great, okay. So it doesn't sound like you have asthma or anything like that. So I wouldn't expect any breathing issues to crop up unless you've already been diagnosed with anything during this sleep study. So yeah, heart and lungs sound perfect. So we'll just move on, okay? Great, okay. So occasionally issues with sleep can have to do with muscular disorders. So one of the things that I want to do quickly now is just take a quick look at your face, look for any signs of weakness or pain anywhere, and then I'll also just look into your eyes and your mouth and quickly to make sure I don't see any issues there as well. Okay. Perfect. So you can just hold still, keep your face relaxed for the moment. I'm just going to take a quick look at everything. Have you been experiencing any pain anywhere? It could be in your face or throughout your body. No? Okay. That's good to hear. And what about on your neck? When I press here, does this feel any sort of pain? No? Okay, wonderful. Doesn't feel inflamed. Okay. Could you smile really big for me? Okay. Could you frown? Perfect. And raise your eyebrows. And lower them. Flare your nostrils. I don't even know if I'm doing it. Okay. Everything looks good in your face and neck. So I'm just going to take a quick look in your eyes and mouth, and we'll wrap up the physical part of this exam, okay? Great. If you could just open your mouth really wide and say, ah. Okay, perfect. Just... Okay. Tonsils look normal. And then I'm going to shine this light a little bit into each eye. It might be a little bit bright, I apologize. I just need to see how your pupils are dilating, okay? Okay, great.
right eye looks good. Left eye also looks good. It appears that your eyes are tracking normally. Dilation looks good. Everything looks good physically. So now we're gonna get into a little bit of a questionnaire, and then we'll start getting you set up for the study so we can figure out what's causing this insomnia, okay? Perfect, okay. Just take my gloves off. Okay, so now that we have gotten that part through, we are just going to go through a little bit of a questionnaire just to see if we can figure out anything that's standing out, pinpoint any potential issues, and just really get a sense of how you've been feeling day to day, okay? So I have it right here on my computer, and I'll just read out a few questions to you, okay? It's a little bit long, I apologize, but feel free to just sit back and relax. Okay, perfect. So, have you had a sleep study or a sleep evaluation done before? No, okay. And have you had any caffeine today? No? Okay, wonderful. Do you generally wear an Apple Watch to bed? I see that you're wearing one now. Do you wear it when you're sleeping? Yeah? Okay. And what kind of score do you normally get when it comes to sleeping? 50 to 55%. Okay, that's pretty low. So could you tell me a little bit about your diet? Would you rate it as very healthy, very unhealthy, somewhere in between? Okay. And are you getting enough fruits and vegetables? Okay. And what about exercise? How often would you say that you're doing at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise? Okay, wonderful. How often are you drinking alcohol? Okay, no, that's no problem. Judgment-free zone. Any illegal drugs, narcotics that I should be aware of? Okay. And what about medications? Okay. And do you take any other medications specifically for sleep, even over the counter or supplements? Melatonin, okay. And do you use a CPAP or BiPAP machine at home? No, okay. So now I'm going to have you rate the following scenarios 1 through 5. Essentially, the question is, how likely do you feel you are to fall asleep in one of these situations? This is part of just screening for narcolepsy or anything similar to that we generally do. So 1 would be not likely at all, and 5 would be extremely likely. Okay. Perfect. Okay. While sitting and reading. Okay. While watching TV. While sitting inactive in a public place. This could be sitting in a movie theater, something like that. Okay. As a passenger in a car for an hour without a break. Okay. Lying down to rest in the afternoon when circumstances allow for it. Okay. While sitting and talking with someone.
sitting quietly after having lunch, not a lunch with alcohol. And finally, in a car while stopped for a few minutes in traffic. Okay, wonderful. And next is just a series of yes or no questions. So we should be able to get through these fairly quickly. So just respond with yes or no, okay? Perfect. I struggle to stay awake or feel tired during the day. I have fallen asleep while driving. I have difficulty with memory or concentration. I snore or have been told that I snore. I have experienced choking, shortness of breath, or gasping during sleep. I avoid sleeping on my back. I struggle with nasal congestion. I experience leg swelling. I wake at night often to urinate. Someone in my family has sleep apnea. Okay, so the next section is about what we like to call your sleep hygiene. So this is essentially a little bit about your sleep routines. So what time do you generally go to bed, even if you haven't fallen asleep? Okay. And then how long do you find that it takes you to fall asleep? Okay. And what time are you waking up in the mornings? Okay, so you're only getting around 4 hours of sleep a night, and it doesn't sound like they're great hours. Okay. Do you tend to feel refreshed when you wake up in the morning? No. Okay, I didn't think so. So you do struggle to fall asleep, correct? Okay. Are you able to pinpoint what's preventing you from falling asleep? Does it tend to be racing thoughts? Are you having pain? Are your legs restless? Okay. And so one last quick section for this questionnaire. We just want to screen you for any kind of movement disorder or excessive daytime sleepiness. So this is the second section of just yes or no questions, okay? Great, okay. I wake multiple times during the night. Okay. I nap intentionally or accidentally fall asleep during the day. I sleep in my bed at night. I watch television or use electronics in bed. I sleep with pets. I work in my bedroom. My bedroom is noisy or uncomfortable. I have felt paralyzed while waking up or falling asleep. I have felt weakness in my face or knees when laughing or with strong emotion. I experience dream-like hallucinations when falling asleep or waking up. I have a history of depression. I have chronic pain. I have restlessness or discomfort in my legs at night. I have a history of sleepwalking,
sleep talking, sleep eating, or acting out my dreams. Okay. I clench or grind my teeth at night. Okay. And finally, I have nightmares. Okay. Perfect. So that concludes the questionnaire. This has been really helpful. I appreciate you taking the time. I know it was a little bit long. I apologize for that. Okay, so we'll move on now. Okay, so now it is time to get you prepared for bed. So just to explain a little bit about what's going to be happening, you have been assigned a private room for your comfort. It's essentially like a hotel room. You have a bathroom, you have a little fridge with water, you have a little bit of a television. It's not large, but you of course are welcome to read or watch TV until you're ready to fall asleep. So what we'll be doing is I have these sensors. They look like this, with these little wires on them, and I will be attaching them to different parts of your head and face and your limbs to monitor you throughout the night. So while you're sleeping, we'll give you a 10-hour window in which to sleep, hang out for a little bit if you need to, and then fall asleep. And a technician will be in a different room monitoring you while you sleep and keeping track of all the measurements that come from these sensors. The wires are very thin and flexible, and we'll bundle them up when we get into the room so that they aren't in your way while you're in bed. I know that could be a little bit frustrating. So once you are in the room, you are free to lie down, try to get a good night's rest. You won't be bothered unless we see any signs of sleep apnea, and then a technician will come into your room, wake you up for just a few minutes to fetch you with a CPAP machine, just to make sure that your breathing is normal throughout the night, and then you'll just go back to sleep. As I said, since you don't have a family history and your lungs seem fine, you haven't shown any symptoms or noted anything that you've experienced that makes me think that you will show signs of show signs of sleep apnea. But just in case, we'll be prepared for that event. And then we will wake you up in the morning, remove the sensors, give you a little bit of information about the data, and then we will collate all of the data, send it to your GP, and we will work with them to figure out a treatment plan for you, okay? Wonderful. So if you will just sit still for a minute, I'm going to just attach these sensors to a couple different places on your face and your head. And these will just help us get readings on your oxygen levels throughout the night, as well as your heart rate and a few other things. Do those feel okay so far? Okay. Yeah, the material's pretty thin, so it shouldn't bother you too much. I know it'll probably feel a little strange to go to sleep with these on, but hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. Okay. Perfect. So all of the sensors are attached. The last thing that we need to do before I take you to the room is I have a few choices for you to make, actually, just to make sure that your experience is comfortable and you're able to get the best sleep possible, okay? I know it's a strange environment, so it might feel a little weird falling asleep here, but we'll do our best to make sure that you get the best night possible. Great, okay. Just give me 1 one moment. Set these, rest these sensors down.
Okay, so I have a few choices here for us to make quickly. Do you prefer silence when you're trying to fall asleep? Do you like white noise? We also have headphones in which we can play ambient noises like waves, rain, anything you choose. We also have a wide selection of ASMR. I don't know if you've ever used that to fall asleep to. It's essentially a video and audio genre that a lot of people use for anxiety relief and for sleep. And a lot of it consists of people speaking in calming voices, using triggers to give you kind of tingles throughout your body and help relax you and those sorts of things. So we also have that as an option. And we have these wonderful headphones that you can wear, and they're very comfortable. If you're interested in that option. Ambient sounds. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I can't fall asleep when it's completely silent either. Next, there is an aromatherapy diffuser in the room. We find that that can really help people get into a restful mindset. Are you interested in using that? Yes, okay. Let me just run through the options that we have tonight. Let's see. So the first option, very classic, we have lavender. It's known to lower your heart rate and your blood pressure, reduce your anxiety. It's very classic, very well known to be used for sleep. We also have chamomile, which has a very calming and relaxing effect on the mind. We have bergamot, which has been shown to reduce stressful thoughts. And lastly, we have sandalwood, which really helps to even you out emotionally and promotes rest and well-being. Any of those sound good to you? Lavender. Okay, wonderful. It's a classic for a reason. Next, we have a couple of options for pillows and blankets. So right now, as far as pillows, we have down, we have feather, we have cotton, we have memory foam, and we have gel. Memory foam, okay. And as far as blankets, we have cotton, wool, cashmere, linen, or alpaca. Okay. And what temperature do you prefer for sleep? Perfect, okay. Yeah, it is usually a good idea to set the temperature to a little bit cooler because that kind of slows your body down. And would you like any kind of drink to be brought to your room? We have tea, water, some people even like warm milk or something like that. Hot chocolate. Okay, tea, perfect. Green or black tea? Yes, decaffeinated, of course. Okay, perfect. I will note that. And lastly, I have a lovely sleep mask. I don't know if you would want to use it. It's silk, so it's very good for the skin. It won't break you out or anything like that. Or, crush your eyelashes, whatever. It's very soft, very light, but it does help to block out any of those lights that might come from the monitors. It should be very minimal, but you never know if it'll bother you. Okay, perfect. So now I will take you into your room, so if you'll just come with me. How are you feeling? How's the bed? How does the pillow feel? Perfect. Okay. Do you want to try sleeping right away? Yeah, okay. I know we've done a lot this evening, so you should be pretty tired at this point. Let's go ahead and put your headphones on, and then I will put your sleep mask on for you, and then I will go to the other room where I can turn on those ambient noises, and hopefully you'll just drift right off. Yeah, okay. No, of course. I'm glad to help. I'm really glad. I hope that we can find some solutions for you. Absolutely. Okay, well, you just lay back and relax. Get these on for